Hello everybody, good afternoon, morning, evening, night, wherever you are. I hope you're having a great time. I figured I would do a 24-hour reading vlog and we'll just see how much I can read in 24 hours. Because yeah, I don't have that much to do. I'm gonna be here and he's super easy, so I'm not really gonna have to do much. And because I was away this weekend, I didn't really read much. I was visiting with family, so I'm like excited to read. I feel like I finally have some free time. And this house is really nice and relaxing vibes. Now we can talk about reading. Let's start with my Kindle, which is, I just crinked my neck so badly. I also have to edit a video over the next few days, which is like my Kindle unboxing and decorating video. On my Kindle, I am reading In the Likely Event by Rebecca Yarros. I don't really know how I got this. I don't think it's on Kindle Unlimited. I think I'm gonna go close that window. Should I have done that at the start of this video? Probably, but that's okay. So I have, yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Yeah. I randomly got this book. I think it was like, I don't know how I got it, honestly. It was like a fever dream, but I got it for free. I think it was like a special deal that was on or something. Oh, airplane mode is still on. But yeah, so I'm reading In the Likely Event by Rebecca Yarros, who wrote Fourth Wing, which I haven't read yet. I haven't gotten my hands on that yet. And she also wrote The Things We Leave Unfinished, which I liked. I didn't love it. It just was a bit long for what it was. I think it could have been cut a little shorter. And then I'm also rereading From Lukov with Love by Mariana Zapata, which I'm 57% of the way through. So, because I had In the Likely Event saved or like downloaded on my Kindle since I got it like a week or two ago. And I knew it was just like, there's a plane on the cover, but I kind of just knew it was a romance, and I thought they just met on the plane. Like, I didn't really remember what it was about. It's a plane crash. It's literally a plane crash. And I started reading this as I was waiting for my flight there. So then I was like, whoa, I'm starting to get stressed. So I switched to From Lukov with Love. I also have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. I bought it and put it on my Kindle just because everyone's freaking out about the casting, and it made me excited for the show, so I want to read it so that I can watch the show after. I also have Done and Dusted by Lila Sage downloaded, but I'm not really planning on reading that anytime soon. I'm kind of bored of the small town romances. Sorry guys. So that's that on there, but I'm really trying to read a few things that are not on there. So physical books, I have 2 books that are not mine that Emma has lent me. So one is The 5 People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. Know nothing about it. It's really short and she said it's amazing, so I've got to read it. And then the other one is Vow of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson, which I don't know why it's taking me so long. I started it so long ago and I'm enjoying it. I'm on page 148 and there is almost 500 pages. But I need to read these so I can give them back, you know, like I just need to get rid of them. Not that I'm not enjoying it. I highly recommend it. I am enjoying it. I'm liking this one better than the first one. I think I just got my Kindle and then I was like, man, I don't want to read that. Then I've been rereading the Natural series because everyone is like discovering it for the first time, which I think is so cute and fun. I think I got this series when I was 15-ish, 16, 14, somewhere around there. And I've reread it so many times, but not in a while. And everyone was talking about it. I was like, aw, I wish I was reading it for the first time. So I'm rereading it. I'm on the 3rd book, which is All In, which is my favorite book of the series. It was kind of like goes... anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I don't know, but I'm obsessed with the series. And if you like Criminal Minds, if you like YA, if you like kind of a mystery vibe, if you like found family, if you like love triangle, yeah, read it. It's my favorite found family ever. Then I have a nonfiction that I've been reading lately, The Body Keeps Score by Bessel van der Kolk. I'm trying to read this in the mornings. Like, I'm trying to force myself to read 10 pages every morning because I really like it. But when I have the option between this textbook and this, I'm like, easy peasy, I'm picking this. So I kind of just have to set the time aside to make myself read it. And then the last 2 books that I brought from home, which I'm literally just up the street or up the hill from my house, so I can just run back down if I'm not feeling any of these books, but that's concerning if I can't find anything. But I have, which one's the second book? This one. I have Unravel Me and Ignite Me, which is the 2nd and 3rd book in the Shatter Me series, and I loved it. And I just it's an iPad. Okay, so we're gonna start with this. Let's see what it's about. Eddie is a grizzled war veteran who feels, whoa, I'm reading a lot of like war, like the Rebecca Yarros book that I'm reading right now. He's I don't know what he is actually, but he's a veteran of some sort. Eddie is a grizzled war veteran who feels trapped in the toil of his father before him, fixing rides at a seaside amusement park. As the park has changed over the years, from the loop-de-loop to the pipeline plunge, so too has Eddie changed, from optimistic youth to embittered old age. His days are a dull routine of work, loneliness, and regret. Okay, this is really good. Then on his 83rd birthday, Eddie dies in a tragic accident, trying to save a little girl from a falling cart. With his final breath, he feels 2 small hands in his, and then nothing. He awakens in the afterlife, where he learns that heaven is not a lush garden of Eden, but a place where your earthly life is explained to you by 5 people who were in it. How interesting. This is giving Under the Whispering Door, which is one of my favorite books of all time. I love that book so much. Oh, you can't do 24 hours. 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds. Okay, let's start. Okay, so it's been an hour. Well, now it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But I read for an hour, and then I was gonna do an update, and I realized that I had no more room on my camera, so I uploaded all of the footage to my laptop, and I started kind of doing a bit of a rough edit, because I also, while I was uploading it, because it takes so long, started watching The Summer I Turned Pretty. So I rewatched the last episode of season 1. I just noticed that basil plant looks really sad. I think it needs to be watered. That is the thing I'm most nervous about house sitting. I'm great with animals. I know animals. Plants, not great with plants. Don't know plants. But I did read for that hour, and I read 68 pages of The People We Meet in Heaven, and it's, of course, it's really good. It's really cute. It's really sad, and it's really like philosophical thinking, but I'm reading like a page a minute, so in another hour and a half of reading, I'll be done it, which is kind of nice. Anyways, I'm gonna go eat and walk, and probably finish episode 1, and then we'll be back to reading. Not off to a really productive start for this video, but that's okay. You can't really tell, but I was just sobbing. I went a little bit past the hour mark by like, or 2 hour mark, I mean, by like 8 minutes. Can't do math. But I finished. The 5 people you meet in heaven. I'm giving it a 5 stars. It is, if you want an easy read, like sometimes, you know, you just want to feel accomplished by finishing a book. So this is perfect if you are feeling the need for that. I cried. I didn't cry, like sob, but I teared up multiple times. Every time I tear up, I yawn. I didn't tear up until he met Ruby. So I read the description, but basically this book is divided up into the 5 people he meets in heaven. I won't say who they are, just you can experience it for yourself, but it was a super easy read. Well, not easy, it was kind of depressing, and I was planning on watching a really depressing movie tonight. I was gonna watch After Sun, and I'm not sure if I can handle this and that in one day. I'm gonna take a little break. I never finished the first episode of The Summer I Turned Pretty, so I'm gonna watch that. And I wanna like make an Instagram post. I have a few things like that to do. And then we'll pick my next book. Can you hear how loud it is? It sounds like there's a fan on. Like it doesn't really sound like it's raining necessarily, but it's so loud. Guys, I'm having severe issues. Not gonna lie, season 2 is hitting. I'm now halfway through episode 2. I just don't, after reading that book, I don't know how I'm supposed to jump into something else after that. I really wanted to read Vow of Thieves, but I don't want to. So do I just wait until I'm in the mood? Or do I force myself? I'm not going to force myself. That's not an option, so. I could read on my Kindle, or I could read all in. I think I might read on my Kindle. I might read more of, what is it called? In the Likely Event. I think that's, I don't know. I kind of don't feel good. Honestly, that book made me a bit unwell. Anyways, it's fine. We're fine. I'm gonna maybe read this, I don't know, I'll check in when I've read for another hour at least, which might be tomorrow. No, I'm gonna read for at least another hour today. I really want to. It is raining so hard. Okay, bye. Hey guys, I'm looking unwell. I need to go wash my face off later. Oh, I did read a little bit. I'm now 71%, so I read about 10% of the book earlier. I'll tell you more about like what it's about once I finish it. Oh, my battery's gonna die, that's good. But I have like 30% left. I could probably get through a good 10 to 20% before I fall asleep. We'll see how much time that takes up. I'll update you guys in the morning on this situation and this situation. Good night. Good morning, everybody. He woke me up at like 5:30 in the morning. It's now almost 7. I fell back asleep until 6. And then I had to get up and let him out. But I finished In the Unlikely Event In the Likely Event. Why can I never remember the name of that book? But I finished it. You know what I'm talking about. So I think it took me like 2 hours. I'm at 19. We have 19 hours and 42 minutes left. And I'm not really feeling Ivan from Look Off With Love. Ivan. I'm always feeling Ivan. But I'm not feeling a reread, and I'm not ready to get up and go get a physical book. So I think I'm gonna download Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonam-Young. I'm gonna start reading this, and then eventually I'll get up. Every time I go to just stop paying him for 1 second to change the page, it's like end of the world. She's describing it, but she says his hair is dark blonde, which I could choose to forgive. That's so funny. So let's do a recap. We're at 18 hours and 55 minutes now. And I'm immediately obsessed with this book. How far in am I? Oh, it's updating. That's good. It's sitting on the very edge. Is that a comfortable spot? Okay. Well, I have been obsessed with Out on a Limb since I started it this morning. It is a pregnancy trope, but you know that getting into it, like it says that on the description, I believe. I think, or maybe Heather just said that in her TikTok that I saw. But I don't mind it if I know that's what the book is about. Otherwise it bugs me. Like, my favorite book in the Off-Campus series has a pregnancy trope, so I'm like, I don't hate it all the time. I can't say what book made me hate it without spoiling the series, but a very popular fantasy series, if you've read it, you know I hated that there was pregnancy in that. I was like, really? Why? There's no, like, it just felt like, I don't know, I hated it. But anyways, that's okay. I'm really enjoying this. And then I wanted to, I think I'm like 13% of the way through. If this will ever load, well, I can let you know. I'm 13% of the way through Out on a Limb. But I also wanted to talk about In the Likely Event by Rebecca Yarros. So I finished it last night, and when you finish a book on Kindle, it immediately says like, what would you rate it on Amazon? But I was like, is it a 5-star? I genuinely like can't think of a moment where I was like, ugh, why would that happen, or ew, what? Like, there was a bit of miscommunication, but like not to the point where it ruined anything for me. And there was a plot twist at the end that I was like, I wasn't expecting there to be a plot twist, so I wasn't like analyzing everything, but I was shocked when that happened. I had to like rewind throughout the book and like look back and be like, what? How did I not catch that? But also I feel like I'm already forgetting it, so I feel like it's got to be a 4-star for that fact. Like, I don't know how much it's gonna stick with me, but I really enjoyed it. I loved it, actually, but I feel like I'm already forgetting it, so that drops it down from a 5-star for me. I should read a physical book. That was like what I wanted to do, but now I'm really into this book, so I think I'm gonna just keep reading this book. Guys, it's now 8:51 and I'm 29% of the way through. I just had to record this because I'm literally giggling. Like, I don't laugh like that at books. Like, I don't feel like books ever make me laugh out loud, but this one is making me literally giggle. Like, when the banter is so good also, but when they're at the game night thing. And they're talking. I won't spoil anything, but it's literally funny. I'm just like washing my face and stuff. Now I'm getting ready to go. I have to go drop some stuff off for my mom. But I just had a heart attack and I thought I would share that with you guys. Because I fucking thought, I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna go now. And so I was like, I should probably just check on the cat before I go, make sure that he's like back to where I just assumed, because I saw him last night, he came out for the first time. But all before that, he was under the master bedroom bed. And I was like, he probably just is back there, but let me just like double check. Sorry it's crooked, but we're just gonna go with that. I went and looked under the bed, nothing there. Immediately, my heart sunk to like Titanic level depth. Whoa. And then I went and looked under everything, every bed, every chair. I went and looked, even though the garage door was locked, I went and looked through the garage. I was like, oh my God. Panicking, tearing up, like borderline just full mental breakdown. And then I texted my mom. I was like, I don't know what to do at this point. Like, there's no way. And she was like, don't worry about it. They just hide. And I'm like, I can't leave without knowing if the cat got out. Like, the cat's not allowed to get out. So this is an emergency 911. We have a lot of cougars, coyotes, bears where I live. Cats are not safe out and about. So then I'm panicking and she says, it could literally have crawled behind a washing machine. Like, they just get into these little places. And I was like, oh my God, I can't handle this. But that gave me an idea. And so I went and looked in the little like utility closet that I had already looked in like 3 times. But I got my flashlight out and like pulled everything out and went and looked behind the furnace, like the big, I don't know if it's a furnace, but I think it is. Anyways, somehow he had squished himself in there. And I'm like borderline concerned because is that not hot? And how do you know if he's stuck? Like, at what point do I try and get him out? Anyways, I know where he is. I'm gonna leave him. I'm only gonna be gone for like an hour. So anyways, I'm gonna go and I will catch up with you guys when I'm back. I'm obsessed with this book. Why is Caleb? Caleb is like, you see a lot of the main FMC's relationship with her best friend and her best friend's husband, who's Caleb. He's so funny. He's literally making me laugh like the whole book. Every time Caleb's in a scene, I'm giggling. Anyways, I'll catch up with you guys when I've done something. I've read some more. But guys, I'm obsessed. I was hoping I would switch to one of those. Not happening. I'm obsessed with this book. I'm at 60% already. And I'm gonna just sit here and finish it. I'm finishing, and I'm starting and finishing this book today. It's concerning. But yeah, I'm literally loving this. Because I'm enjoying it so much. I'm literally giggling. One time she called him my guy. And that's the only time that I've had any cringe. Which with contemporary romance, I usually just have to pretend like I'm not cringing even though I am. But like, I'm actually really loving this. And it's making me laugh so hard. Like, I feel like her relationship with Caleb, and I remember Caleb, I can't remember her friend's name. I can't remember. Sophia? Sarah. It's Sarah. Caleb and Sarah. It's like it feels so real, like how I talk to my family and my friends. Like, it's so good. I love it. I'm loving it. And I found that playlist that is literally made by the author of this book, which I think is so cute. Anyways, I'm gonna just keep on going. Maybe I'm just like in a silly, goofy mood. Like, I don't know why this is making me laugh so much. There's this guy, Kevin, and they just went to a restaurant and they see Kevin. And something about what he says just made me laugh so hard. Okay, my battery's gonna die, so I'm gonna go. But I'm over here like giggling. Okay, so I ended up picking up Vow of Thieves. I'm now gonna stop reading. But I got to page 203, and when I started, which I haven't picked this book up in a long time, but when I started I was on page 148. So I read like 50 pages. I think the story, I really like all the characters in these books. I like a lot of things about them, but I think there's just too many overlapping things to keep track of and like stories to keep in mind, and too many people. Like, I just think my brain isn't fully in it, and because I took such a big break between not only the first and second book, but like the first half of this book and now, but I feel like I'm just a bit confused, so I'm not as invested. But I am enjoying it. I love Cassie. The whole book is worth it just to read about Cassie. But I'm gonna put it down for now. I have to wake up really early in the morning because I work really early, but I'm done by 11:30 in the morning. I work 7 to 11:30. So I'm gonna wake up early, and I probably won't film until I get back from work. But I just like want to turn the lights off and relax. So I'm gonna pick a new book. I haven't been feeling the reread anymore. So I'm not gonna be rereading that, but did I talk about Out on a Limb? Like, did I even talk about it? I feel like I said I finished it. Okay, I finished Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonam-Young, and I loved it. Her writing was so easy to read. It just flowed really easily. I don't remember the last time I read a book in one day, apart from the 5 People We Meet in Heaven, but that's different because it was so short. Like, this is a average length book. And I just didn't want to stop reading it. It was just so fun. I love that feeling. I did just put my rating up on Storygraph. I think, what did I give it? 4.5, I think. I've never laughed out loud so much at a book ever, and I don't know why it made me laugh so much, but it was so fun. And I don't mind the pregnancy trope or like kids in books. I know a lot of people don't like kids in books. There's not really kids in this book, but she is pregnant, so that's not a spoiler. You know that's, well, I didn't even read the description, so I'm just assuming that's not a spoiler. But I just found it super interesting how Hannah covered she covered all these topics like cancer and loss and postpartum depression and all these things so tastefully without it being super deep. Like, it felt really lighthearted the whole time. Which, if you talk about heavy topics really in a lighthearted way, it's cringy and it's inappropriate a lot of the time, it feels like. But not that it was lighthearted when they were talking about those things, like it was sad, but it didn't feel, I don't know how to explain it. I hope you know what I mean, but nothing's loading. It's just a blank screen. So now that I'm like turning lights off, going to bed, I'm gonna pick another Kindle book, which also I'm hesitant to do because I want to finish Vow of Thieves so badly. I'm seeing Emma, it's Emma's book, on Friday because I finally got tickets to see the Barbie movie on Friday. So I'm gonna see her on Friday. How many times did I just say Friday? Let's say it one more time. Seeing her on Friday, and I'd like to give her the book back on Friday. So I'm also having severe allergies to this cat because the cat finally came out of hiding. I'm gonna go look for more of her books. Let's hope there's more on here. I honestly think I had one of her books and I downloaded it and then undownloaded it. I don't remember why, but I feel like I did. Yeah, I had Next of Kin, which is a foster guardians romance, which is basically like, I think, I haven't read the description in a long time, but the FMC and the MMC both have like their siblings in their care, but they don't have a good enough place to live or make enough money or something like that to support them, so they team up. They like do this team up thing. Hey guys, I look a little bit crazy right now because I just got out of the shower, but a lot of things happened today. It's now 5:21 p.m. So this morning I went to work and then I got off at 11:30. I got home by like 12:30 probably, or back here by 12:30. And then there was insane amounts of construction and someone was working in the house. I was like, there was no way I was filming. And I didn't read either because I knew the person was working on the house. And so I was like, I don't know. I just felt like I couldn't read or like, so I just did work on my computer, which is good. I needed to do that. I did things I needed to do, but I didn't do things I wanted to do. The other thing that happened is the timer quit. I don't know if I accidentally pressed cancel or what, because it's just on my home screen and it's glitching right now. It's off center. I don't know why, but you can press the X and it'll stop it. So I'm like, why? That's so aggressively out of focus. So I'm like, maybe I accidentally pressed the X. I don't know, but it stopped. But I knew where I was at because last night I was like, oh good, I got to halfway. So I knew I was at 12 hours. Anyways, I reset it to 12 hours. And then I did read a little bit today, of course, of this. I think, did I say last night that I was like, this might be a bad idea because then I'm just gonna wanna only read this again? Same as what happened with Out on a Limb. Well, I was right because that's what is happening. I'm reading Next of Kin by Hannah Bonam-Young, and this one is definitely cheesier and like I cringe a little bit. I feel like it's a bit insta-lovey. It's not, but like I just feel like it jumped a bit. I actually do. I think it is kind of insta-lovey. Oh yeah, should I be reading Vow of Thieves? Yes. Am I? It's just like, while it is kind of cringy, it's just so juicy that I just can't. I'm 63% of the way through it and I'm at 11 hours and 19 minutes. I don't know how I'm gonna finish this. This might last until Saturday. I was hoping I would be done today, but I really slacked on Monday. I had the whole day off and I didn't read much. Oh, it was because the summer I turned pretty. Whatever, that was worth it. But tomorrow I work 8 to 4, and then Friday I work, no, tomorrow I work 9 to 4, and then Friday I work 8 to 5. And then I have the Barbie movie at 7, so I have to leave like right after work. It's fine. I think now that kind of makes me just chill out. I think the reason is I was originally going to read 12 hours one day, 12 hours the other day. And that's why I'm like, how did this turn into this? But anyways, I'm going to make dinner and then we'll see what happens. At this point, who knows? Hi, Kiki. Guys, I'm very happy to report that it is getting good. It's getting good. It's getting what I want. It's giving what I wanted it to give. To give you some context, I'm on chapter 37 and there's a reunion that I believe is about to happen. Oh no. Oh! Okay guys, so first and foremost, it's 10 o'clock as it always is when I film these last clips. Second of all, more importantly, I just hit my 50-day streak on Duolingo. Thirdly, I'm at 9 hours and 55 minutes and 44 seconds. But I got to page 312, which is 64% of the way through Valve Thieves, and it got so good and juicy. And the reunion I thought was happening still has not happened, so I don't know. I'm very tired. And I'm ready to go to bed. So I will probably read a bit more, but maybe not. Honestly, I feel tired enough that I could probably just fall asleep, so we'll see what happens in the morning. Okay, good morning everybody. It is now Thursday, 7:30 in the morning. I've just been getting ready. When was the last time I filmed? Last night? I did end up reading a little bit, but like not too much of Next of Kin. I was so tired. And then this morning I read for about like 30 minutes, 45 minutes maybe, and the battery's dying. I just can't win. Okay. And I finished it. I finished Next of Kin, so here's what I have to report. Obviously, I was super into it and I was like only wanting to read it. That's not true actually. I didn't feel the same at all about Next of Kin as I did Out on a Limb. I thought the premise was actually interesting. It just was a lot cringier. It was just, I just couldn't get past some things. There was like this whole first date sequence that was like, it felt like it was like 8 chapters long. There was like 4 parts to it. I was like, oh, whoa, whoa. And then, yeah, the guy just kind of cringed me out. The male main character. I just did not really like him at all. So, and actually the book was done at 92%. Like, it said I was 92% of the way through and it was done. It was at the, because the epilogue was, there was an epilogue and then there was a like 4 years later or something like that. And I was like, oh my God, why do we need this? The answer is we don't need it. Hi guys. Let me not get copyrighted by Taylor Swift. It's now 6:30 in the afternoon. I had an eventful day. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this little guy in the right comfy spot. Today, work was fine. Work was good, actually. I'm stressed about tomorrow. Anyways, now I'm finally reading, and I forgot that I was at such a juicy part. Not gonna lie, I'm hoping I can finish this tonight. So let me just check. It's 6:30. I have 3 hours. I think I can finish it in 3 hours. So, oh, also the timer stopped again. But I had a screenshot of it from this morning. So I lost some time in there because I did read my screenshot. I took a screenshot at 6:50 a.m. And I think maybe I didn't read after that actually. Maybe not. I don't really remember, but I was at 9:11:49, so I just put it at that again. I don't know why it just keeps stopping. Now I'm at 9:02. And I'm gonna read. It's so juicy and I'm loving it. So I'm gonna put a playlist on. And let's try and finish this book tonight. I just stopped recording because I just recorded for a while. But something's about to happen and I feel like I need to record my reaction. Oh my God. Page 344. Oh my God. Ew. Ew. Okay. Well, that really tricked me. Oh. The end of page 379. Oh, there goes the first actual tear. What Mason says? Good. Okay guys, we have 7 hours and 26 minutes left. My camera's gonna die again. But I'm so happy. I finally finished Vow of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. So, I don't know why I was such a hater and didn't want to read this book. And I just wish that I had read the first one and the second one back to back. I think that was a big mistake because there's so many characters in this story that I just couldn't remember all of them. And because I didn't read it back to back, I couldn't remember them. There's like the whole, it's not even an epilogue, it's in the chapters. There's no epilogue, but it basically is an epilogue. I think it's 4 years later. No. Yeah, 4 years later, I think. Doesn't matter. Anyways, there's like a bunch of chapters that are like after. And there's like a big kind of reunion, homecoming situation where a bunch of characters, like someone is like so happy to see someone else. And I don't remember who they are. And I feel like it would hit so much harder if I remembered. But I just don't. So yeah, but overall, it is a really great series. I liked the second book a lot more than the first. This one gives very much Throne of Glass energy, so if you like Throne of Glass. But sometimes it was a bit too similar to Throne of Glass and not as good. Throne of Glass just is like, it's a 6-star read for me. I just got like all cozy in bed. I'm about to start reading Unravel Me. And I just realized I left my Kindle way out there. I always forget something. But let's start the timer. It's still early, it's only 9:17. So I have some time to read still. So it's already, my phone's on nighttime mode. Let's get it going. Okay, did it work? No, let's take 2. Here we go. It's such a relief to be reading my own book and be able to just have no fear about ruining it. Her writing, low-key, is like Taylor Swift. I feel like she writes like Taylor would write if Taylor wrote a book. This is what happens when I don't listen to music when I read and when I'm recording, or if someone's in the room with me. You know what? I'm gonna stop right now because I'm on page 3 and there's so many things I want to annotate and I'm just not, I can't annotate right now. I need to figure out what color I want to use. I grabbed this one, not sure why. Just because it's blue. It looks green on camera, but it's actually blue. Well, doesn't match the vibe at all. Not sure where I was going with that. I'm gonna go get my Kindle. And I'm just gonna read on my Kindle for the rest of the night. So I'm actually gonna just pause the timer. What just fell? I feel like I just heard something fall. Okay. Anyways, I might go actually edit a video. I should. That's what I should do. Editing takes me so long. Do I just get my Kindle and just read on my Kindle? I don't know. We'll see. I'll update you guys in the morning. Okay, I lied. It's been literally like 5 minutes. I went and got my Kindle and I realized I don't know if I talked about this. Anyways, this is the next book I'm reading, Next to You by Hannah Bonam-Carter. Why do I keep wanting... Oh, Helena Bonham Carter. Hannah Bonam-Young. And it's the book that follows Next of Kin. And I know I didn't like Next of Kin, but I'm hoping that this is like a bit better. And then I realized it's about Chloe's BFF. But apparently has agoraphobia. So I'm intrigued. And something about her freaking writing, it just sucks me in immediately. I don't know. It just like feels juicy. I'm not sure. But like even if it's cringy, I just want to go back and read. What's it called? Oh my god, I'm forgetting their names. Why? I liked them. Stop it, I'm having a meltdown. What is he? Out on a limb. Win and Bow. I just want to go back to that and reread that for the first time. Win and Bow just hit, you know? I just thought that was such a cute story. Cute is just the perfect word for it. It was just so cute. I just realized I don't think I locked the back door. Sorry, don't mean to disturb you again. Okay, I think we're good. I just heard a weird noise, so I thought, honestly, it sounded like the cat had somehow opened the door. I'm so scared about this fucking cat getting out. Okay, I'm gonna read. I was gonna film myself, but honestly, I've gotten enough footage today. I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It's 7 a.m. My eye wants to twitch, but we're not. It's fine. I'm all ready to go now, and I work in an hour, so I have to leave in like 30 to 45 minutes. I did read a little bit last night, and I read for like 30 minutes this morning. I'm not even gonna try and focus that. We're at 6 hours and 28 minutes. So I'm gonna read a little bit now. My eyes are so tired. I won't be able to read during my break, so this is really the only reading, like the 30 minutes earlier, and then whatever I get done right now is the only reading that's gonna happen today. I think I've already said it 100 times, but I get off work at 5, and then I have to go at 6, head to the city to go see the Barbie movie. I don't have to go. I'm trying to not say have. I don't have to. I want to. I'm going to. And I'm excited to, you know? But I am tired, not gonna lie. I am a bit tired. Next to you. So, this book, now that I've read more, I'm 19% of the way in, is about Lane, who is in the first book a little bit. She is one of Chloe's best friends, and Matt, is friends with and works with Warren from the other book. And basically they really like each other when they meet and they kiss, and then she's like, oh my god, no, I can never, like, it's just so predictable. But she has really bad anxiety and agoraphobia and things of that nature. We don't really know much about Matt yet, but she just bought a school bus and he's helping her. Right now they're doing a road trip to go pick up the school bus. And then now I have no room on my phone camera. Okay guys, I'm gonna go. But I'm enjoying this book, and I love the cute little school bus images. Good morning, guys. It's Saturday. I was like driving home last night from the theater, which is kind of a fat lip. Why do I look like that? Anyways, I was driving home from the theater at like, why is it that color? Okay. I think got out by 9, got home by 10, but then by the time I dropped everyone off at I had to drop 3 people off at their different houses. By the time we got home, it was like 10:30. And he was so happy to see me. But yesterday was a long day. It was a long day. It was a good day, but also a bad day. It was probably the worst day I've ever had in childcare. Oh, I'm tired. I'm so tired. Oh, there's no more room on my phone, on my camera, but I don't know what I can delete. Hi guys. It is now 3 p.m. After I filmed that last clip, I did read. Honestly, I think the timer is not well, because I feel like I should not be almost done, but I think we'll finish today. So 4 hours and 46 minutes left. I did read some this morning. let's see what percentage we're at. I ended up getting my period this morning and I am dying. I don't have any leave, which is like, I'm really paranoid that someone's here. I'm at 64% through next to you. Yeah. I ended up getting my period this morning and I feel like I'm dying. I don't have any leave, which is the tried and true what I'm like supposed to take. I took 2 Midol, but it's really not carrying its weight. I mean, it is because I'm functional, but I'm in so much pain. Like, this is one of the most painful periods I've had in a long time. I'm not sure why. I feel like I can't even breathe properly. But anyways, that's my little update. I'm gonna eat and read probably. And then I'm going to maybe cry a little bit, I don't know. I ended up watching YouTube for a while and then cleaning, but I'm finally reading now. It's like 5:30 though. But there's this part where she's meeting Matt's mom, and why did I just have a mental lapse where I was not 100% sure if Matt was his name? Is it not Matt? Yeah, it is. Okay. Read too many books. I'm actually loving this book. I don't know why Next of Kin fell so flat. This is not as good as Out on a Limb. Out on a Limb, honestly, I might go back and switch to a 5-star. I loved that book so much. I want to reread it right now. But this one is like really good as well, and it's got similar vibes to the first one. I guess, actually I know what it is. It's that Next of Kin is kind of Grumpy Sunshine vibes, and I just am learning more and more every book that I read that has that trope in it. I realize it's not for me. I am not a Grumpy Sunshine girl. The only time I kind of like it is if the FMC is grumpy and the MMC is sunshiny. Because if it's the opposite way around, it just feels kind of like sexist in a way. I don't know. There's something about it that just irks me. And I think that's why I didn't like the characters in Next of Kin. And that's like kind of what took me out of the book. And then when I'm not invested in it or I don't care about the characters, I notice all those cringy things and the things that I don't like as much 10 times more. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I'm gonna keep reading. The really nice thing about the Kindle is it's so, stop it, that is too cute. He's curled up into a little ball. It is so comfy to just be able to curl up and read the Kindle in any position you want to be in. Like, you can sit anywhere, curl up in any way, and it's comfy to read on. Physical books is harder, especially when you want to like annotate it like I'm going to. You have to have like the right positioning, you know? Or I do, at least. Okay. Do I just want to do gray? I could just do gray. I might just do gray. I kind of like doing gray. I used gray in the Atlas 6, which is one of my most annotated books ever. And I really love the way it looks. So I think I'm gonna actually do that. And then these are the best pens ever. Let's get this party going.